pilot for today, Sean Seizure Lynch.
Welcome everybody to 20-Minute Hop. Today I'm doing something a little bit different. 20-Minute Hop began in June of 2020. The goal was to fly an A36 Bonanza from Norman, Westheimer Airport near Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, up to the north shore of North America at Barrow, Alaska, Will Rogers Memorial Airport. We have been progressing. We got the airplane from Oklahoma up to northeastern Wisconsin, and currently the airplane is parked in Oshkosh, Wisconsin, and our next flight is going to be a short one to Whiskey 34, Shiocton, Wisconsin. However, today the weather is really bad in the upper Midwest today, so to go and do a visual flight from Oshkosh to Shiocton, even though it's a very short distance, it's very low clouds, and we'd have to fly IFR, which I just don't want to do today. So the intent of this is actually to take you through a few things in how to land this airplane. So we are at Venice, Florida, Kilo Victor November Charlie, and we are on final for runway 23 right now. You can see the airport is out here. I chose this airport because of the awesome beach here. We took a family vacation down to Venice last year, and it was just super fun. Literally, you can see the fishing pier right here. It's so cool. Very nice weather in Venice today. Looking here at the airport environment, we pretty much are almost lined up on the center line. Okay, so the center line are the white dashes that come down the middle of your runway. Okay, and when we're coming into land, it's really important that our goal is to get our nose wheel down on that center line, because what that does is it provides us guaranteed obstruction clearance for our left wing and our right wing. If we touch down left of center line, our wing is hanging off the left side of the runway, and vice versa, right wing's hanging off the right side of the runway if we touch down right of center line. In a small airplane, if you're actually sitting in a small airplane, if you fly yourself down to the center line, that is where literally putting your butt down on the center line. That's one way to think of it, okay? We can just basically use our synthetic vision here and get the center line going right through, smack dab through the center of. That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to manage our airspeed as well. So for the Bonanza, we're going to be coming in about 78 knots. I'm a little bit fast, but we're on pause right now, and you're going to see that airspeed start to decay. We are at sea level, so we're about 200 feet above ground right now. Altimeter in an aircraft is mean sea level, which means the height above sea level. Height above sea level and above ground level are one and the same when you are near the ocean. However, when you're flying in the mountains, when you get up into the high plains, the upper Midwest, westward toward the Rockies, the land elevation increases. I'm in Oklahoma today, sitting at 1,000 feet MSL. Oshkosh is around 808 feet MSL. Get into the Rockies, you're talking 5,000, 6,000 foot. We went to Santa Fe in July. Santa Fe is around 7,200 feet, okay? So if we're using above ground level, or you're talking 1,000 feet above ground level, and your MSL is 8,200 feet. I hope that's clear to you. If it's not, please put something down in the comments, and we can have a little bit more of a discussion about it. But the concept is that in an aircraft, we are using the fuel elevation, and that is why every time you visit a town, that's why if you ever go to the airport, a general aviation airport, you're going to see on the side of someplace on that airfield it's going to tell you what the field elevation is, because that's what we use. We're using mean sea level in our altimeter. So we're at 200 feet above the ground. We're at 200 feet MSL. We've got our compass here, 231, and I'm going to just release it, and we're going to just fly it down. One more thing to note is our flaps. So for our final approach, we want to have full flaps. We want to have our propeller control, which is the blue lever. We want to have that full forward. We want to have our mixture full forward. And we're going to just control our power with our throttle there. All right, we've got our landing light and our taxi light on. Navigation and strobe lights are on. Everything is configured. We have our landing gear down, 3 greens. Extremely important. And when you are flying a complex aircraft like this, we want to basically have red, green, and blue, okay? So red for our mixture as full rich, green, 3 greens on our landing gear, and blue propeller full forward, okay? That's what we're looking for. Depending on where you fly, depending on who you take instruction with, sometimes when I was flying at the University of Alaska, we would do red, green, blue 3 times. From our downwind, we would do red, green, blue. On base, we would do red, green, blue, and on final, we would do red, green, blue, just to be that we had our landing gear down and propeller and fuel control all in the appropriate place. Let's fly this and fly it, and then we can talk about it. So I'm making small adjustments. That is all you want to be doing, is making small adjustments. It's very, very, very delicate, very, very light control. If we start doing massive things like this, we're going to lose control of the airplane. We're going to lose control of that ability to maintain that center line. Okay, so there's that airspeed. We're at 76 on airspeed. Something you might want to do as you're coming in is bump your view so that you're looking right over the panel. Now I have multiple monitor here, so I have my primary flight display on a second monitor. Okay. Comes that center line. As we get in over the runway, we bring our power to idle, and we just hold it off, and let it touch. Now, I apologize for the quirkiness of the airplane being all over the runway. I need to do some configurations and update my sensitivities. All right. So that was that. It happened so quick, right? We literally about 30 seconds, we went from 200 feet and a quarter mile out to we're on the runway. I'm going to reset the airplane, and we'll do one more landing here together. Okay, we're back on final. Let's unpause this. Let's fly one more landing. One thing too, I just want to point out, I was going to do that in our first one before we unpaused on the first one. To the left of the runway here, you can see a white light and a red light. These are visual path indicators, and right now that is showing that we are on the glide slope. There are a couple different types. You have a PAPI, which is Precision Approach Path Indicator, and you have a VASI, which is a Visual Approach Situation Indicator. A VASI is going to be 2 bars. You're going to see either 2 white bars, 2 reds, or red over white. And as there's an adage that goes, red over white, you're all right. Red over red, you're dead. White over white, you fly all night. This looks like a 2-light PAPI that they have here at Venice. So we see our white light and our red light. If we get high, we're going to see that change to 2 whites. If we get low, we're going to see that change to 2 red. But this you can use as a aid in helping you figure out if you're low, if you're right on, or if you're high. So just keep that in mind, because if you've never been involved in aviation before, you're going to just think, oh, that's cool, like some kind of light. I don't even know what that means. All right, like, is that an airplane? Maybe it might be an airplane, but no, it's the VASI or the PAPI there. All right. Okay, here we go. Okay, my airspeed's a little bit fast. And as you get better on landings, you can try to challenge yourself. You can say, I'm going to try to put it down on the numbers. I'm going to just put it down on the 1,000 footers, which are those 2 big white bars right there. And I got a little bit greedy there. I wanted to actually get it down on the numbers. And once again, my rudder sensitivity is really cuckoo here. Alright, let me just bring it to a stop. Alright, since I bounced that one, we always want to end on a good note. Alright, we got us reset up here for our final approach. 500 feet to go. 2 whites, meaning we're high. And I'm just using delicate control to align us with the runway center line, bringing power back. Okay, red over white, on glide slope. 100 feet to go. Bring power to idle. Just let the airplane settle on the ground. And don't let your rudders go all crazy on you like this. Get on the brakes. And there we are. So, I hope that this was valuable to you, that you learned something out of it, and that you enjoyed it. For the 20-minute hop, I'm Sean. We'll see you next time.
Flying with us today. If you enjoyed today's 20-minute hop, please like, share, and subscribe. Any questions or comments, please post them below and Sean will gladly get back to you. We look forward to seeing you on the next 20-minute hop. Until next time, CAVU.